Let us start the session with a small prayer. Dear Divine Source, on the seventh day of our personal development program, we come before you seeking guidance and illumination as I explore the topic of techniques, tools for plagiarism check and selection of a journal for publication. Grant us patience and perseverance as we navigate through the process of publishing. Help us to overcome any challenges or rejections that may encounter, allowing us to grow and improve along the way. May our efforts lead to fruitful collaborations and meaningful contribution to our field of study. Thank you, Divine Source, for your guidance and support as we continue on this path of personal development. We offer our gratitude and trust that with your divine assistance, we will navigate the techniques and tools for plagiarism check and make wise choices in selecting a journal for publication. Amen. Now, I call Professor Praveen Kumar to introduce the resource person.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to everyone. I feel great honor and glad to introduce Dr. S. Gokulakrishnan, working as an associate professor and research supervisor, Department of Management Studies, Research Center, Global Academy of Technology, Bengaluru. He's the one of the experienced person who takes roles and responsibility in nature. He had a core competency in teaching HR, analytics, data business analytics, and entrepreneurship. He had an overall experience of 14 years in teaching. Also, he is visiting many colleges as an assistant professor and taking classes. He developed many core courses like HR tools and analytics in various fields. Also, he done data analysis for various peoples like 15 PhD holders, 5 MPhil holders, and research articles like 20 people, and consultancy for 5 people, and MBA projects more than 50 to help them to complete their projects. He involved and contributed in many educational boards, and also he conducted conference and workshops more than 100 for himself. And also he published many journals and many conferences and many seminars he had attended so on. Organizer and coordinated for the many webinars. He involves in question paper settings. There are a number of activities being done by this. First of all, I go through his profile. That time I surprised that it goes around 16 pages of his profile. In case I want to elaborate the entire things in this call, it's not enough an hour. So I conclude with this and I welcome the sir for the forum. Thank you, sir.
Sir, we can't hear, sir. It's not audible.
Shall I start?
Ah, okay, sir. Now, okay, sir. No, sir, we can't hear.
How much?
Yes, sir.
My screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, no. Are you presenting, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Start it. Now I think it is visible.
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. Thanks for the opportunity to share my knowledge in the research, especially when it comes to the collection of the journal as well as the plagiarism checker. We know very well that there are many platforms are available when it comes to the collection of the journal. There are 2, 3 methodologies are available when it comes to the selection of the journal. Predominantly, there are 3 major aspects. Of course, everyone knew about it. One it is Web of Science, the second one it is Focus. Then the other unorganized journal publication channels. So in this next 45 minutes, what I'm going to do it is, I'd like to explore the various avenues and platforms where we can get to explore about the selection procedures of the index of the journals, as well as how to identify the appropriate journal for our articles. And later on, we will have a discussion about the plagiarism. Let me begin with this. Straight away, I will get into the choosing the right journal for your article. So in between, I will switch to the sites so that we can able to explore how you can able to get into this particular website and to explore the scope and the index metrics so that you can go with the publication with your plan. First thing it is, we'll start with the Web of Science Master Journal list. I think it is leading to this. So hopefully everyone must be having this particular account, especially when it comes to the finding the perfect match for your manuscript which you have already. Before we'll start with this process and exploring how to identify the journal, there are 2 major aspects we need to consider. First thing it is, the phase 1, we will try to understand about the major topics and the keywords, which is essential in order to proceed further in terms of finding the perfect match in terms of the journal. The second important thing it is whether you are going to start the article now or you already wrote the article. Both the ways we can go ahead. The first one it is normally all authors they used to do it. First thing it is we will write the article, and once we have completed based on the abstract and the keywords, we'll start trying to find out the various journals which is available under various categories, right from the Web of Science or Scopus or other metrics which is available. The second methodology, which maximum number of foreign authors they used to do it before they commence their articles. As soon as they conceive the research problem, what they used to do it is they will find out the right journal. Then they will start narrating and drafting the journal. The second element it is always it is easy for getting succeeded in terms of acceptance when it comes to the finding and appropriate journal for that particular thing. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to that, just hold a second, I will come back. Ma'am,
Sir.
ma'am, on 5 minutes, is it okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Students have came inside. But just
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Ma'am, am I audible now, ma'am? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Extremely sorry, ma'am, because one of our
Sir.
faculty birthday today. So
Okay.
all the students have came inside the department.
Okay. It's okay.
Suddenly they have surprised. Okay. I think it is visible.
Yes,
Shall
sir.
I go back from the
Ah,
beginning?
yeah.
I will start. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir.
So my screen is visible, ma'am. Just tell me.
Ah, yes, sir. It's visible,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Now I will start from here so that it is going to be easy for following. Okay. The first thing it is, as I told you, there are two methodologies when we are going to start finding a journal. The first one, it is about before writing an article, that is after conceiving the idea, which problem you are going to address and what are the variables you will be utilizing it for the writing of an article. That's the first method. The second method, it is, as usual, normally we use below. Whenever we complete the article, after that we start trying to find out which are the articles we need to get into it. And based on the abstracts and keywords, we will search and then finally we go ahead for the okay. So that is a major thing. So in any case, whenever it comes to the concept of finding a journal, the first method, it is always better in terms of increasing the chances of accepting your journal, okay, journal for the publications. And either it is an indexed version or non-indexed in any category, either it is Web of Science or Scopus or any other method. Before starting a complete article, it is always better that you find out a journal, then accordingly you can prepare your manuscript so that it will increase the publication opportunity. That's the first point. Sometimes when we will not do that, because when we are going to involve in the research work, or when it goes to the thesis work, or maybe any funded projects, by the time now you need to uh, completely write your article, then you will find out the perfect match about the journal, then it is going to. So whichever it is going to be the methodology, there is a few methods it's going to be available. Accordingly, you can go ahead further on. So one of the most reputed platform when it comes to the finding a right journal for the social sciences as well as for the particular things it is going to be. It is Clariate website. Okay, that is a Web of Science forum, which I'm showing it here. So hopefully most of them must be aware about it. You just log into this and then you can start working on that particular thing. Okay, since I'm using my student's laptop, I may not be able to log into my account, but it is always better to have create a free account here, then you can start working on that and it is going to be very easy for you. Okay, so there are, there are two major options when it comes to the journal. You can find out a journal based on your relevancy. Here you can search a journal, otherwise give a title word of your title, then you can start searching about the journal. Second one, it is about finding a match. Finding a match which already you have manuscript with you, then accordingly you can go ahead. Another thing it is, when you are going to start any searches, always there is a filter options are available. Hope it is visible to all of you. It is Web of Science coverage. There are 4 collections are available: Science Citation Index Expanded, then Social Science Citation SSCI, then Arts and Humanities Citation Index, then Emerging Source Citation Index. There are current contents are also it is going to be there, right from agriculture, biology, environmental sciences, arts and humanities, business collection, clinical medicine, electronics and telecommunications, then engineering and computing technologies, life sciences, physical and chemical earth sciences, social and behavioral sciences, and so on. The other indexes also it is going to be there. So according to your discipline, you can choose the core collection and then you can start working on that. Then the another option, you wanted to have only open access or desktop directory of the open access journal, yes, you can choose it. Then another method, it is about the category, which category you want to have it. You can see that when you click on this, you will get n number of categories, that is micro level categories, that is disciplines. So here you can find it out which one you wanted to get into what. In country or region, language, the frequencies. Mainly, this is going to be very useful for us so that we can speed up our publication process. And journal citation reports, which has journal impact factor from 2021, or latest one, it is going to be available. So one who wants to search the perfect match for their manuscript, is always better that they need to explore completely about these filter options, that it is going to be useful for further process. Let me show you how it is going to happen. For example, if I want to have any management related journal, just type, go to the search window, then just type about the journal name. Just click on this and you can find it out. There is an exact matches are available here. Management. It starts from the particular category. From here itself, you can able to understand that who is a publisher, then what Web of Science core collection is there. This one, it is the emerging source citation index. Then other possible matches also it is given. So whichever it is going to be useful, accordingly you can go ahead. One thing it is, when you are going to finalize any journal, it is always better to view the page profile, and you will be redirected completely about that particular journal's information. So this is what I was speaking. When you have the user ID of Web of Science, or you can make use of your Archit or LinkedIn or even Google or Facebook ID, you can get into that, and finally you can start searching about it. Okay, so based on this only you can get into that, and it is going to be available when it comes to the complete details of the particular journal. And the another method, when it comes to the Web of Science, just hold a second. Now we will be having this filter option. Again, I would like to show you how this is going to be happen. Now I just wanted to have the core citation that is indexed only in social science citation index, that is SSCI. So when I'm going to enable that option, that particular citation index journals only, it is going to be visible for me. And the next thing it is, I need to give clear indication and instruction that which particular content which I want to publish it. So maximum number of us we are from the social sciences. Let us choose from the social science and behavioral science. As soon as you apply the filter options, you can see this. The active filter options is going to be available. And the next thing it is even further. Sometimes we used to go with the business collection. That also you can enable that option. And open access, if you want to have, you can enable category. Here again, you can type it whichever the category you want to have. Now I'm just giving business as in one category. So immediately all the things that is going to be available, and either country wise or region wise also you can look at. Let us understand from India how many Web of Science journals are available in the management stream. Now, as per my options, nothing is available. So we can go ahead with some other country otherwise. Okay. And another thing it is the language, predominantly English only, there is no doubt about it. And the most important filter option which we need to consider here, it is about the frequency. Okay. So majority of the time we will look into the publication process. Now, how long a journal or a publisher will take time to publish my article, especially the from the submission of your article, then first time review time, then when the review will come, then next one it is when it is going to be published, what kind of revisions will come, everything is going to be available here. So normally when we are going with the bi-monthly or article by article or continuous publication, monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, semi-monthly, weekly, all the things it is going to be there. Let us say that I wanted to understand how many articles or journals are available when it comes to the monthly publications. So you can see that there are 6 particular journals are available. And from this I can focus so that I can increase the chances of getting published as well as on time. It doesn't mean that they will publish it very quickly, because normally minimum 6 months, if you go for any standardized journal, they will take time. Okay, so it is again based on your content, based on your article quality, then other aspects and everything is going to be there. You can see this, there are many options are available when it is. Even some journals are available which is publishing weekly. Okay, but maximum based on your filter options only it is going to be there. And it is always better we can go ahead with the monthly journals so that the process won't prolong for more than 1 year when we go for the monthly journals, especially. Always better to go ahead with the monthly journal, otherwise bi-monthly. In case if you believe that there are some journals which is publishing quarterly, that also you can get into that. And another important thing it is when I'm going to finalize or maybe deciding about my journal where I'm going to publish it, it's always better to have and check about the journal impact factor, which has or not. Okay, because the continuous publication and the impact of the journal, it is very, very important. Otherwise, it is going to be very difficult, and maybe later on, you may not be able to get the citations, then other consequences also it is going to be there. But it is always better, you need to redefine completely what you want, and accordingly, you can start searching on the journals, especially the WOS. Okay, so this is about the finding a journal roughly. Okay, without starting any manuscript before writing a manuscript or when have the ideology, the topic which you want to do it. This one will help you. So what you need to do with it is just go and click on the view page profile. And as I told you here, you need to give the details. Okay. So once you have given that particular page, it is going to be redirected. And accordingly, you can start clicking on it. So what I'm going to do with it is now I will use my students with thing on this because let us understand how it is going to be visible. However, not required for him. Okay, now you can see this, it is come. Okay, so it is from the publisher Emerald, the group of publishing limited. So it is available. The visit site. The first year when they published it is 1967. The frequency is monthly. Issues per year it is 10. Country region. So where they are living, especially the SSCI citation index is there. And one more advantage when it comes to the Web of Science, it is find the similar journals. If you click on this, it will give you the similar journals which is going to be listed out. Almost it is similar to that particular thing. Okay, so this is an important thing. Okay, before I'm going to start completely writing my article. Okay, so that I can easily get into that particular things and accordingly I can go ahead further on this. Okay, is there any doubt in this so far? If you have any queries or doubts, please raise your hands. Shall I proceed further? Any doubts or any queries?
Participants, if you have any doubts, can raise your hands.
The most crucial part of our journal selection is this. Okay. Then finding a match, it is different context actually. You will give your abstract and keywords. Based on that, the journal system itself, it will show you which are the perfect matched journals so that you can approach those journals and then you can go ahead. So whatever I have explained or I have demonstrated so far, it is before commencing the article writing based on your research problem or keywords or abstract, it's always better to go ahead with this particular context. If you have any doubts, please let me know. Believe there is no doubt so far. I think I will move on to the next method that is about how to find a match for your already written manuscript. Okay. So just go ahead to the option of find match. Okay. Here you can give a complete title of your manuscript so that you can be able to understand. So what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to use now my students project title so that is going to be it would be useful for us to understand how we can categorize the particular aspect. Okay. So there is a title called hybrid working model. Use some other article. There is an concept called impact of emotional intelligence. Burnout. This is the tentative title which we have. So the keywords, again, I'm going to give it emotional intelligence. You can use a number of things. Keywords are best things you can use. Just I'm going to give. Since I do not have the abstract, I'm using only keywords. But normally when you completed the article, you will be having a particular abstract with you so that it is visible to all of you. Now you can see this based on my search, the title and the abstract, whichever I have given. There is a options are available, match score. Okay. Based on that, you can go for it. Now you can see that there is a first journal which is suitable for me. It is match score, it is 30, which 0.30 MDPI, a sustainability, which comes under an Science Citation Index expanded or inclusive Science Citation Index. Then second one, it is 20 years in psychology. Then the Journal of Clinical Medicine, then Applied Science, then Biomed Research International, and so on. It is going to be, normally it will start from highest match score to the least match score. Even if you want to reverse it, yes, you can reverse that also. Okay, once you reverse it, then you can able to understand how this match scores is there. Sometimes we may not be having that much confidence that whether particular journal will accept our article or not. By the time you can start publishing with the least match score indexed journals, so that is going to be useful. All of this, again, you wanted to have some filters also, you can make use of it. For example, I wanted to have only the SSCI indexed journals. So you can see that there are 12 journals are listed here: technological forecasting and social change, sustainability, then social behavior and personality. So again, as usual, I just go to the profile of the particular website and the complete details that is going to be given by them, which is published from New Zealand. The publisher website is there. Just click. And one important thing which you need to do here it is, when you go to the particular website, first and foremost, the thing it is, you need to understand what is their scope. Okay, which one they are going to publish it, which is not their scope. Because normally what happens it is when you're going to submit a research article to the people, maximum number of time without understanding the scope of the journal, people will be used to send it. So when our scope of the article, it is not matching with the scope of the journal, then it leads to the test rejection. So it is always better that you need to understand about the article and your journal's scope. So if you feel that around 80 to 90% of your scope is matching with the particular journal scope, then you can proceed. Otherwise, don't waste your time, and it is going to be very difficult also in future, because that's a validity issue also it is there when it comes to the article writing. So it is always better to just make sure that your journal scope as well as the manuscript scope matches perfectly. This is what it is going to be. And you can see that this is what I was speaking, journal impact factor JIF, and 2021 and 2020. So both the times it is being indexed only in the category of psychology and social sciences. And you can see that there is an impact factor also they have given 0.32 when it comes to the 2021 and 2020 it is 0.29. The metrics it is there and the further details especially. So what are the guidelines, citation standards, all the details you can get it only from this particular website. Now, many of us, we are encountering with the predatory journals and fake journals, cloned journals, and so on. No? So in order to avoid those things, it is always better to believe in this Web of Science or Scopus or the another ranking, SJR ranking methodology, so that you will not waste your ideology in terms of publishing those things into the different fishy journals. It's always better to go ahead with this particular websites and then we can go ahead. So I think I have given an entire idea about how to make use of this particular website, that is the Clarivate analysis and Web of Science. Max to max, we can able to find all categories of the journals with respect to any discipline and regions when it comes to the publication of your article. So it will give you complete details. And from here only, you need to go to the respective journal's website. Why? Because this one it is an authenticated one, so that you will not be end up in any cloned journal or maybe predatory journal, something like that. So this is the first option which is available for us to find out a perfect journal for your manuscript, either before writing or after completing your manuscript. Okay. Is there any queries or doubts or any questions need to be asked? Please raise your hand. Else I will move on to the scopus. Any queries or any doubts? Okay. The next thing it is, we'll move on to this scopus. Now, again, similarly, this is everyone knew about it, and let us goes to this particular website. Let's go for the second. Click on scopus. Run. Let me type it here on it. The scopus.com home where you will get complete details about this thing. And majority of the sources, okay, especially the content coverage of your journal can be identified here. That's a major advantage of this particular thing. Sometimes when after publishing an article in a Scopus indexed journal, you will come to know that whether your content or your discipline it is indexed or not. Unless or until your content or the discipline it is indexed in that particular journal, you will not get this Scopus ID. So that is a major challenge when it comes to that particular thing. And you can try to check into this particular aspects and you can go further on this. So let me explore to all of you how to use this particular website so that you will get the original Scopus indexed journals where you can publish it easily. At the same time, it is time consuming. There is no doubt about it. Minimum 6 to 7 months. It will take time in order to reply to your submission itself, first decision. That is also going to be there. So what you can do with it is first try to sign in or create a login account and then start searching. Always it has its own advantages when it goes for that. Now we'll look for the free journal ranking and metrics. Click on this. Again, as we saw or explored in the Web of Science, same kind of methodology these people also is following, but the dashboard it is completely different. The first thing it is you need to choose either you want to search the journals based on your subject area or title or publisher or ISSN. So what I'm going to do it is I will be looking into the subject area. So here, when you click on the subject area, you can see that the different major and minor disciplines are available here. Okay, so from here you can start and filter the options, and accordingly the journals would be listed for you with the rankings. So I wanted to have complete business management and accounting context. Then let us say that I want to have the economics and econometrics or finance related articles. Then anything else, whichever you wanted to have, you can go ahead further on that. Then click apply. Then immediately you would be able to get the results when it comes to the indexed, Scopus indexed journals in your category. Okay. Now, the next thing it is, as soon as you have listed out, the next element which you need to do it is, you need to know how to make use of this filter options. You can see that there is show only titles in the top 10%, that is first quartile, second quartile, third, fourth, then source type, whether it is a journal, book series, conference proceedings, or trade publications. All these things we need to explore it. So what I'm going to do it is, even if you want to create any minimum number of citations, minimum documents which have been indexed in the Scopus, that is also you can find it out from this particular thing. And another option also it is available to display only open access journals. That is also it is there. So now I have by default you can see that there is no minimum selected, which means for the citation. Okay, it means for the citation there is no minimum. The journals has been selected. Okay, and even if you want to define, yes, you can keep it 0, 1, something like that. You can, but now I'm not going to do that. Just I'm going to select it no minimum. Then show only the top 10 or fourth quartile or first or second or third. I'm leaving it as such. Now I wanted to search only journals. So just enable the journals. Even if you want to search for the conference proceedings or trade publications, you can enable it. Just apply. And you click on the apply, you would be able to get this particular list. Okay, here you can download the Scopus source list. You click the entire data of this particular listed journals that is going to be available. And you click enable, then you can see that you can export it to the Excel or save to the source list. Actually, our intention is not to download the Scopus source things where I need to go ahead further on this. Now, in this, the source title, then you can start by cites, then highest percentile, citation in 2019 to 2022, then documents, percentage of the citation. So normally it is advisable that we need to go ahead with the fourth quartile to third, then second and first. So let me search from the highest percentile to the lowest. I have clicked on it. Now you can see this. The option is going to be reversed. Now, highest percentile, it goes with the ascending order, which means which doesn't have the percentile, then it goes on. You can see that this particular things are available. Accordingly, you can go ahead further. Okay. Now it is NA is coming, but however, which we need not to worry, because the discontinued journals also sometimes it is going to be visible here. Okay. Now we can click on the fourth one to see anything is there. It is always it is better to omit this not applicable options, because sometimes there are many things it is there. Okay. Now I am into the page number 5, and here even how many results you want to show it. Also, you can go for maybe 200. Yes, it is possible. Okay. Then the another things also you can go get further in this particular aspect. Now we'll look into this, how to identify this particular elements. Now you can click on any journal when it comes to this particular thing. Now let me choose an indexed one, Asian Review of Financial Research. So it is first percentile, that is 298 out of 300 articles. Just click on this. Now the source details is completely coming here. So here itself you can able to understand whether the Scopus coverage here it is presently is there or not. And site score also it is available. Then SMIP, okay, that is also it is there. The subject area which is predominantly considered by this particular journal, it is economics, econometrics, and finance. So apart from this, if you send the articles, anything apart from this, definitely it will come out from the test rejection itself. So it is always better not to send. If you want to, if you have the papers or articles related to economics, econometrics, finance, you can go ahead with that. So what else I need to look into it when it comes to the further things? You can see that the site score it is given, especially the site score 2019 to 2022. There is only one citation and 18 documents are available. Site score tracker, you can see that one citation to the date, then 22 documents it has been listed in that particular thing. So here it will tell you how the citation it is going to be there. This is what I was speaking. When your document it is listed in this particular thing, then only your Scopus ID is enabled. Else it is not going to be available. Though we are publishing in this Scopus indexed journal, unless our document, that is article, it is indexed in Scopus, you will not get the Scopus ID. So another thing it is site score and rank trend. You can find it out in that particular discipline. Now it is rank, it is 298 out of 302 articles in the category of finance. So the first quartile, you can find it out, Journal of Management. The site score it is 22.4, similarly 99th percentile. It just goes on. So from here also you can identify in case if you are not comfortable with that particular journal. Now you can see this. The last one it is advances in financial economics, World Scientific Series in finance, then advances in Japanese business and so on. So this is how you need to start searching the journal, and you can fit with that particular scope. That's very, very important. After that, once you decided, maybe in case if you want to save the to the source list, yes, you can go ahead. Then Scopus content coverage, it is given. Can you able to see this? This is 4 documents only. It is indexed and published under 2023, and 2022 it is 18. This view, citation, overview, and these things. When you log in, then you would be able to see it. Then last, this is very important phase. Here there is a source homepage. That's the concept called the source homepage. From here only we need to check that particular article's website. Why? Because the cloned one or fishy ones or the predatory journals, the websites would not be listed or would not be added in the Scopus. Only the original website or official website, it is going to be available. You just click on this, then you can find it out, the original website for that particular thing. You can see that it is completely linked into it. And again, as I told you, you can just click on this particular website and understand what are the current issues, past issues, how they are doing it, whether it is an open source article or not, a complete detail about the journal, the publisher, then all the details it is going to be available. So that is a greater advantage when it comes to the Scopus review. Okay, so this is all about how we can identify the appropriate journal for our manuscript. Okay, so this is all about the Scopus, and if you want to search an author also, it is available. So if you give the author's first name, last name with the archived ID, yes, definitely you will be able to get it, understand who are the peoples are already published in Scopus Index, the journals and the content it is uploaded in the Scopus. So all these things you can find it out. So Scopus mainly used for the journal search. Then secondly, it is used for the author search. Sometimes now when we published it, but we come to know that it is our article, it is not indexed in the Scopus indexed base, Scopus database. By the time if you want to verify it, it is better that you can use your credentials and then you can start searching about it. Okay, so this is the another methodology when you want to publish your article, when it comes to the Scopus databases, this is the method which you need to follow it up. Okay, is there any queries or doubts so far? Before we'll move on to the next important thing, that is about how the journal ranking it has been made by the SJR. Yes, any queries or any doubts? Audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any queries, ma'am?
So how much will be the publishing cost in Scopus? This is a question from Shri Kumar, sir.
Ma'am, normally there is a three methodologies. One, it is without pay. Okay, that is a traditional way of doing it. When you think about the payment, one it is open access method, then second one it is golden open access method. Open access normally, if you go with the Scopus standardized one elsewhere, Taylor and Francis or Sage, something like that, minimum 1.5 open access. That too, when we have a funding agencies with us, then we can go back. Then this fishy or the predatory journals, they will cost somewhere around maybe 25, 30,000, especially the trade journals. Trade journals will charge you less, but when days passed on, the databases would be removed from this Scopus. Then by the end of the day, we may not be able to claim that we have published in this Scopus. So one method it is waiting period, that is 1 year, 1.5 years, sometimes 2 years also will happen. When your article it is good, then the quality especially. Then second one it is open access. Yes, if you have a funding agency, then you can apply, you can go ahead, especially the ITSs are all they are giving. But only thing it is you need to get a complete clearance and accordingly you can go ahead further. And if that is the case, they will publish it. However, minimum 6 to 8 months. There is no doubt about it. Golden open access, it is it's something like a premium pay. So that it is happening. And now almost all the publishers, they have come out with all these three different categories. So I would say minimum 90 plus or 1 lakh. We want to go ahead further completely about that particular journal, which is a very solid one. And make sure that before giving your article or submitting your article, as well as the paying the money, you need to search completely with the sources. Okay, because even after searching, also you may not be able to conclude that. So it is always better to search with this Scopus database than go for it.
Sir, one more question. Uh, can non-PhD holders article considered in Scopus journals?
Yes, ma'am. It is not about PhD and non-PhD, ma'am. It is about the researcher. Okay. In India only, when we are writing an article max to max, we used to mention our salutation doctor, then PhD in the end. But when you go to the global platform, uh, your name is that's it. That's it. For example, mine is just Gokul Krishna. That's it. That is about that. There is no context of whether you hold a doctoral degree or you don't have. Not like that. They are looking for their scope, and your article must be quality, and it should serve the purpose of the current trends. Along with that, they will expect that how many articles you have cited from their publishers. So this is the common. There is no concept of whether you hold a doctoral degree or not. Not at all. Maybe in Indian journals, probably few they may. Especially as I told you, there is a cash flows are there. So those people they normally it is not advisable that we should not use any salutation or the qualifications. Doesn't matter. It is all about your research, all about your ideology when it comes to the solving the problems with the exact research design and methodology. And it should go with that journals scope. That's very important. Any other thing?
No, sir. That's all, sir.
Shall I proceed with another one? How long we can continue, because I
15 minutes, 15, 20
okay,
minutes.
no, only two websites. The plagiarism, I will just forward that PPT, you can just share it with them. Nothing much in that. We know very well when you write it on your own, definitely there won't be much flag. That's why I skipped it. Okay, so let me move on to the third website, which would be useful for all of us. So this is an SJR indexed one. Okay. Here you will be able to understand that where we can get the complete details about the article. Just hold a second. Yes, this is again where you can get complete details about the journal, and the ranking also it is available country wise, then journal ranking and tools and about these things. And this is an highly influencing website when it comes to the metrics oriented journal selection, especially H index, I index, then SJR index, and so on. And it will give you a complete data set about the various categories of the journals. And it is an inclusion of both the Scopus and WOS, the Top Science as well as the Scopus indexed journals where you can get all types of the things. So it is very simple. As usual, try to create a login ID with this and then start working so that whatever you are doing, it would be useful in future. Go to the all subjects and let me choose for the business and management and accounting. And then you can choose the subject category. For example, I wanted to go only with the accounting, just enable that accounting option. And the country wise also you can go ahead. And another thing, as usual, whether you wanted to go ahead with the journal or book series or conference proceeding, I'm selecting the journals. And here you wanted to have which one, latest one, it is 2022. Again, here, this is what I was telling. If you want to go with the open access journal, just select it. Only with the WIS journals also, you can go ahead with that particular thing. And when you come to this particular thing, title, then the type, this is an SJR index, H index, total documents they have produced in the 2022, total documents, last 3 years, references, citations, cited documents, and so on. And this is going to be completely about the which country from they are publishing it. The Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, the quartile 1, 2, 3, 4, it is available. And if you want to start your publishing habit from Q4, you can reverse this. Just click on this particular option, and definitely you can see this. The Q4 journals is listed out. Okay, as usual, as I told you, just go to any particular article, journal, then you can start working. This symbol denotes for open access. Open access completely, they will charge you, and it goes on. For example, the Journal of Tax Reform, how they are charging and all. And see this from Russian Federation in subject area category, including accounting, business, genius, economics, econometrics, and the social science law. These are the scopes available for this particular journal. And content coverage, you can see this 2021 to 2023. It means presently they are out of focus. Okay, and the how the citation it is there, especially the total documents, the self citations, then citation for document, the Q3 journals, how it is happening, and all the things it is going to be available when it comes to this particular category. And another thing, as usual, the publisher website, it is going to be there. When you click on the publisher website, you will end up in this particular option. And from here, which one you wanted to go with. Again, you need to choose that, and it will end up or landed in the original or official site of the particular journal. Okay, for example, if I want to go to this particular thing, and you can see this, it is going to be there. And home page. This is what I was telling. This coverage also it is ended in 2022. And can see this is the journal's website. And from here only you need to start submitting your paper. Okay, that is what we are telling. No journal publishers, they will send you a mail about their publications, and they won't ask money. Frequently, we used to get a lot of mails from the local publishers stating that they large date, something like that. There's a mechanism which is available, and you register yourself with this particular thing, and there is a platform, and completely it is driven internet cloud-based one. And here the authentication, all the things is there. But when you look for the quality, then surely minimum 6 to 8 months you need to wait for, even for first decision after submitting a journal, that is article. So again, as I have insisted many times, you need to check about the scope of the journal, whether it is matching with your manuscript or not. The current issue, for example, you click on the current issues, then you would able to download one particular article from that. Then follow the same methodology that will increase the chance of publishing. Because normally any publisher is an editor, editorial board member, they would look that how many references or articles they have cited from their own publishing house. Normally they will expect. Nowadays it is also trendy because they want to increase their citation score and other impact factors and everything. That's why they choose that particular element. So this is a very easy method, and you can go with. Okay, make sure that if before submitting, okay, even before submitting, that should be there in that particular website. And that is very important for us to understand completely. Okay, this is journal ranking, and the other important things also it is there. The journal ranking, as we have discussed, this is country wise. Country wise, again, you can choose the articles based on your category. Now I'm going with another one. Country wise, it is they have given, you can see this, how many number of documents they have produced so far in the business and international management. United States is more. When it comes to the India, it is 4th place. So these many documents went from India, okay, from this, and Africa, Asia, Pacific region, and Pacific region. There are many regions are available. Accordingly, you can decide and then you can go ahead further on this. So this is journal country ranking. Okay. Moreover, we won't much depend on the country ranking, but it is good to know. Okay, it's good to know so that you will understand who is leading from whom. Okay, for example, document wise, you can see that India comes in fourth place. Citable documents, again, it is fourth, citations, and so on. So changes would be there, and accordingly, you can go ahead. Okay, this is the SJR rating of journal and country ranking. So all these three websites which I have told you, it is important. It's linked, interlinked with each other. Okay, then based on that, you can go ahead. H index, even if you want to download the data and make use of it for the future preferences, yes, it is possible. And that's it. Okay. Any queries from this?
One
The last
question,
one.
sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, any certificate of publication available in Scopus, Web of Science, SJR, and UGC CARE? Please advise.
Certification of publication, which means you will receive a certificate from that stating that you published. That is what, man?
They are asking any certificate of publication available. Yes, ma'am.
No, normally now there is a trend is going on for last 2 years. The journals, they will say that the certification, certificate of publication, few journals. Normally they won't, they will not, because it is all about digital object identifiers. So in generally they will not, but now the Scopus Indexed journal, they are giving certifications for reviewers and to the editorial board members. But as per my knowledge, for publishing, they are not, hopefully, because it is unnecessary in my point of view also, because your contribution has been made and it has been reviewed by the peer review system, and there is a lot of revision has been happened, and it is same, it is published, and that your manuscript, it is available on the online with the DOI option. Why they need to give the certification of publication? Not sure. That is not required. Majority of them, they are not giving. If so, maybe as I told you, the clone or something like that they use. And even they will not mention whether it is a Scopus Index or WA. Only when you go to that particular journal's website, then you will come to know that whether it is indexed or. Okay, for reviewers, they are giving, of course, for editorial board members, they are giving, because it is a certification of appreciation for them.
That's all, sir.
Yes. Okay, the last one, which would be useful for combined of all these, and how fast I can publish. That's a big question, no? Because normally there are few other things also I have given. Let's say Wiley publication, Springer, Emerald, and everything. But this one would be useful because we are also getting benefit out of it. It gives complete clarity about various metrics available in the journal publication. The how fast you can publish and what are the things. If it is possible, please make a note of it. Journalguide.com. Again, it is sign up. You can see that the paper match, journal name, publisher, category, all the things is there. So let us go with the journal name. Let's type something on, again, for an example. Just click on this and you will see this. There is a lot of differences available. Okay, now it is asking. Let us say that Academy of Management Annals, its impact factor is that particular detail of this. You can see this acceptance rate, this index, source normalized impact factor per paper, PAS and everything. And max to max, they are doing well now. Okay. Especially which are the indices of that, especially the Scopus, Web of Science Index, Web Top Science, Excellence Research Australia. All the details is there. It is a combined one. Okay, whatever we have saw. Here also you can enter paper match. Then you can look into the journal. You can look into the publisher wise. Then you can look into the category name. That's an unified one. Okay. So this will give you even speed also you can see this. So within 4 weeks, how many of them? It means the first decision on your paper. Okay, it doesn't mean that the complete publication will happen in a 4 weeks. Okay, then you can see this the open access. Even if you want to follow that journal, yes, you can go ahead. The pain management, carbon management, because nearly, of course, there are multidisciplinary. Here, food management also is who is publishing. It's something like an complete overview about the particular journal. From here, you can understand. As usual, you can increase the number of journals per thing so that you can go ahead and click on that particular website and you can go ahead. Now, and click that and it will give you complete details if it has been associated with the particular journal. Okay. All these options you can do it and journal guide will help you out. Most, I believe that this is mostly useful for your own journal search as well as for your scholar search. The rest of the things which I have listed out here and just to go through it, our ma'am will share with you all. Nothing is there to hide. And plagiarism, of course, there are, we know it is always one proverb is that your handwriting and your way of writing in any language, it is unique. When you start writing on your own, definitely there would be a minimal plagiarism, except there is a concept called accidental plagiarism. That's the concept. Because when two or more authors are dealing with the same problem, same context, by the time that accidental plagiarism will come. Otherwise, it won't happen. And moreover, the chances are very less because the sample population, the area which you are going to choose for the study, the data which you are going to use, it all differs. Okay, so just to have a look, and this one may be useful for you. Okay, and there are some online websites I have listed out to prevent your plagiarism. Just go ahead. And one important thing, please do not do the paraphrasing. Paraphrasing also it is a plan. And some people will say that it is I have published my own ideas. Again, shall I use it? That will also now it is concept of self-plagiarism. Most of you must be aware that anonymous state is very strict about this self-plagiarism. And many other universities, of course. Okay. That's it from my end. And if you have any queries or any doubts, you can ask me. And this is my Linktree profile. You can log into it if you want to reach me. Come over to you. If you have any queries, please ask me.
Participants, you can raise your hand if you have any queries.
Thank you.
Is arising. Up to what percentage plagiarism is accepted?
10, less than 10. When it comes to this purpose, Web of Science, it is always better with less than 10. The rest people will not have. So the slide that yes, we will share that complete PPT. Can make use of. So it is again. I have adapted from the internet sources only, which we are using it. Same thing. It is going to be useful for you all. There is no hide and seek concept when it comes to the research.
Okay, sir. That's all.
Yes, this is my profile link. If you want to make use of it, you can.
Shall we end this session, sir?
Questions or anything?
Shall we end? So there is no questions. Shall we end the session?
Yes, ma'am. You can carry it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
If you have taken any photos, please share with me.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Please.
A warm good evening, all. It is with immense pleasure and gratitude to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of the Patrician College of Arts and Science, Chennai, of the Professional Development Program on the topic of effective and quality research writing phase 4. This program has been a remarkable journey filled with insightful discussions, practical learning, and valuable experiences. First and foremost, we are deeply grateful to our esteemed speakers and facilitators who generously share their expertise and insights. Their thought provoking presentations, interactive sessions, and engaging discussions have broadened our horizons and challenged us to think critically about our research practices. The guidance provided by these experts will undoubtedly have a lasting impact on our professional careers. We are also indebted to our Director and Secretary, Dr. Stanislaus, Academic Director Dr. Fatima Vasan, and Principal Dr. Geeta Rufus, who have been a constant source of guidance and encouragement throughout this program. Furthermore, we extend our heartfelt thanks to all the participants who actively participated in this program. I would like to express my sincere appreciation and special thanks to the organizer of this program. In conclusion, this professional development program on effective and quality research writing has been a resounding success. The knowledge, skills, and connections we have gained through this program will undoubtedly contribute to our personal and professional growth. Let us harness the insights and lessons we have learned and apply them in our future endeavors. Thank you once again to everyone who made this program possible. Thank you all, and may we continue to strive for excellence in research writing. Thank you, sir. We had a very good session today.
Thank you, ma'am. See you
We
then.
learned
Take care.
more. Thank you, sir. Participants, kindly fill the feedback link. You will receive your certificate within a week